Hi everybody, and welcome to your monthly reading by sun sign. Today we're going to see who's next. All right, we have Aries. Welcome Aries. Hey, your birthday's coming up. A new season is approaching us with the vernal equinox on the 20th. Sun moving into your sign in tropical astrology. And then the very next day on the 21st, we have a new moon in Pisces in sidereal astrology. But I guess it'd be a new moon in your sign in tropical. So before that, though, on the 7th of March, we have a full moon happening in sidereal Leo. Okay. And then we also have that special date of March 22nd coming up. So 322223. It's a palindrome date. All right. Sorry, I had to pause. There was a bunch of sirens going off. But maybe that's a sign. There's an important message coming through, or just sounding the alarm that it's a new year. We're ready to go. There's a lot of ambition behind that, urgency. We're ready to start. Okay, Aries. All right. All right, let's see what's underneath the deck. Ooh, the Lovers, Gemini. Okay, so it doesn't always have to be romance, but it could be some very passionate embrace and coming together with somebody. Or if, it's not a romance that you're interested in, it could be a partnership, an alignment. What's that? Alliance. That's it. Okay, so let's see what the month of March has for Aries. 7 of Coins. So this is waiting for the harvest, waiting for things to become ripe. If this is a relationship you've been waiting a long time for and now it's finally arriving, maybe now that you are more ripe and ready, more developed, there's maybe an element that was missing that you didn't have in order to make this relationship successful thus far. We have the World. Another card is Saturn. So 2 Saturn cards showing up. This could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Yeah, the World card is completion. It's an ending. It's also a new beginning. It starts over with the Fool at 0, and there's 2 or 3 interlocking rings here in this card. So this could be, somebody could be your entire world. They could complete you like a circle. Contracts are circles, and you should never put your name in a heart with somebody because hearts can be broken, but circles cannot. So there is no beginning, there is no end. You're locked in, and you're maybe manifesting a lot with this person. Maybe you're working together with your energies in order to produce this harvest. You're resonating at the right frequency, and you balance each other out in a way that you're bringing the missing ingredients together in order to give rise to this tree in the 7 of Coins. We have the Page of Cups. Okay, this could be the fruit of your union. This could be a child for sure. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio coming into the frame or into being. Or it could be just a passionate new love affair, as this is similar to the Ace of Cups. But it's kind of got that flirtatious vibe to it. It's very maybe innocent and sweet in the beginning. We have, okay, the 2 of Cups. This is a love reading. I can't escape it. I didn't try to frame it that way because I know not everyone's looking for it. But soulmate card, absolutely. Coming together. Venus and Cancer. So this is the person you've been waiting for. This is the person that completes you and that you will start a whole new understanding of love with. You are almost redefining it for both of you. Maybe that you've had, failing relationships in the past. Well, this is why. Because you were waiting to have this experience with this individual. Then we have the 2 of Swords. So 2-2. I see 2 2s next to each other. That's a master builder number. So again, you're building things. I mentioned coming together with ingredients, planting the seeds for the harvest. So there is an alchemy going on here. There's a combining of elements, combination of elements. So Moon in Libra. This is, again, she's feeling forward with her heart, not her eyes, even though this is a card of the mind, the mental realm. It also looks like a doorway, the way she's holding the swords. Normally, the Swords are crossed in front of the heart to indicate a blockage of that center, but here it's wide open. So the feelings are allowed to flow. Maybe again, this is someone you didn't see as a lover previously, or they differ from your type. You don't see them as like their physical attributes don't disqualify them from being someone you connect with fully and on a heart-based level. Okay. So love is blind, yes? Seems very... All right. It's very chemical, whatever it is. I see the 2 cups. I think of the temperance card, where they're pouring the 2 elements together, tempering them and evening them out to create another element. That's what I feel like the Page of Cups is. We go from the end, the world is the end, to a page being the new beginning, new discovery of emotion. Okay, Ace of Flames. Yeah, that's a very phallic, masculine fire card. So there's passion. I did mention some people may be conceiving this month. This Page of Cups could be a child who's born during a water sign time or conceived during the water sign times. I guess in sidereal astrology, we're still in Pisces as I'm filming this. So it could very much be conception at this time. Okay. So let's take a look at these other clarifiers. We have the Ten of Orbs, Ten of Swords. Well, that's in alignment, though, with the World card. It's the end of something. I think the end of feeling discouraged or defeated. It's no longer... the painful card is the Nine of Swords. This is the Ten of Swords. Something's definitely end. It's the end of being alone or feeling misunderstood in some way. Yeah, there's the Nine of Swords. I was right. See, it's the end of the worry, of the struggle, of the uncertainty. This person is lighting your way. You know, they have a very strong solar plexus. They have a bright light that they shine. It's like they led you out of the darkness here. And we have the King of Swords. All right, so this is all air so far. Gemini is coming through. We started with Gemini. Could be somebody that you're partnering up with. Libra is also here. I don't see Aquarius yet, but those air signs, I mean, air and fire signs do get along rather well. But this is a very intelligent, self-sustaining person. They're their own boss. They're very practical and wise, but they can bring you a lot of clarity maybe to the situations you've been going through. And then we have the Three of Coins. I did mention planting seeds. Now you have the Seven of Coins and the Three of Coins together. That's the Ten of Coins, which is family legacy and establishment there. So that could be what you're building together. Yes, this is the beginnings of a foundation, putting in the work, putting in the effort towards making a physical union and a physical life together. There's even a house pictured in the background there. And the Holy Trinity, right? The male, female, and the child. And then we have Indigo, number 1, the Magician. All right, well, you are the first sign in the zodiac, Aries. So, and with this blue Page of Cups, you know, blue being a shade of indigo and a child. There's definitely a child in the midst, whether it's your inner children being, you know, that playful, innocent, flirty connection. You make each other feel young again. But this Magician card, I mentioned alchemy of the 2 cups being poured into each other, that as the magicians, and the magician is here too, because all is mind, all begins in the mind, and the words you speak, and this is what you're creating together. There's a diamond that he's holding, a diamond in the rough, but it comes through the process of alchemy, of heat and pressure and transformation into this priceless substance, supposedly. But with the ace, the page, and then the number 1 magician card, that's like 3 ones in a row to me. And coming off the heels of the world. Endings here with the Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords, and the world. That's the past. The past is completely cut out. Maybe that's what the Master of Swords does too, is putting a firm boundary, right? A circle around him of what is the past and what is the present, because this is a whole new identity, a new definition of self. And you're dictating again, the world is your oyster. You are actually speaking your creation into being together. Powerful alchemy coming together. All right, so what is it that you're creating? You're working on something, making it physical. Okay, I was drawn to read about the indigo child here as the number one. So I'm going to read from the book here about that. A new generation of starseed children is known as indigos, highly evolved souls. They come into life with their eyes wide open, endowed with a very clear understanding of who they are and what they have come to do. The indigo is a magician of sorts. He knows that he has the innate ability to create and mold reality through focused intention and with the use of the tools at his disposal in the world of matter. He recognizes that he is the water of the emotional body, the flame of power, the breath of life, and the crystalline body. So we have the water of the page, the flame, the word, and the crystalline body, or the breath of life. Indigo's deep blue eyes are like the oceans of Gaia herself, magnetic, otherworldly, and infinite. Through them he gazes out at the seeker, just as he pulls her back into the endless seas of his being. He knows the immensity of his auric field and all that he brings from spirit into the three-dimensional reality. In his small but masterful hands he offers a perfectly faceted quartz crystal, a lens to another world. As quartz magnifies, stores, and transmits energy and conscious thought, so does the physical body. The temple of the soul serves as a bioelectric unit of consciousness through which magic is made manifest. He has shown us an archetypal tool and with which to sharpen our focus, offering us a magical gift. Through him we glean an understanding of how using our conscious minds like a pure crystal, the focused lens, serves as a template from which we weave the magic of our lives. Whether that focus is for the light or the darkness is up to the individual. It is the focused mind that determines the outcome. Indigo is the number one. He is the beginning, the new. He represents focused intention, concentration, and the art of manifestation. So this focused intention, right, comes through the Master of Orbs, the Master of King of Swords. Doesn't it look like, again, there's a lens that you're looking through to see them more clearly? It's kind of fuzzy on the outside, but here it's very sharp. It's very clear. Clear intentions being focused, the directional will. Okay. So, I'm going to grab for you these Making Magic sigil cards. I haven't done for anyone else, but whenever the magician shows up in a reading, I feel compelled to look at these. But look at that underneath, air. Work with the element of air to cut through the core of a situation and see the truth. So, okay. What messages for Aries? It's even in your name, Aries. Triple spiral. Isn't that interesting? Because we had the Trinity come out, the Three of Crystals, listening to divine wisdom and joyfully learning life's lessons. This is the Triskele. It stands for the past, present, future, or again, the Trinity. But yeah, check out that symbol if you're drawn to look into it more deeply. But all right, next we have love charm. Attract a lover, soulmate, or life partner. It's seriously what you're doing this month. And one enchanted evening, the perfect night. Okay, so some of you may meet this person serendipitously. Again, something maybe you weren't looking for, but your heart or your soul led you to go somewhere that you don't normally go. And it's cultivating or culminating into this this outcome. One more. Power symbol. Cleanse, purify, and protect the physical body. Okay, so I get that feeling from the King of Swords as well. But make a power couple together, both of you can make that. And then underneath we have healing, true healing of the mind, body, and soul. I think, again, you offer each other healing. You're offering the cups, which are healing, water energy. Okay. Wow. All right. Let's look at your astrology cards. Or, you know, if you're already in a partnership, that one enchanted evening could be when you work your magic together with this individual. And a manifestation is the result. Okay, some of you could be into sex magic. It's a thing. Research the Kundalini and the importance of sexual energy. And maybe that's the power symbol of cleansing, purifying, and protecting the physical body because you're reserving that energy for your divine partner. Underneath, I have Pisces. I did mention conception in the time of Pisces. This is the most deep and psychic um, time of the year. Rules the 12th house. Intimacy, intuition, and compassion. Yeah, very deep emotions and bonding that you have with this individual. Okay. And the fish, as above, so below. One swims up, one swims down. And we have, it's also the 6-9 symbol in Cancer, right? We also have house 6, establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. So there's Virgo energy there. And Taurus, more earth energy. We mentioned physical manifestation with the crystal, of the magician here that he's holding. Trust, patience, and sensuality. Yeah, Taurus is ruled by Venus, goddess of love and beauty and everything we value. So you definitely value what it is you're creating with this person. Obviously, it's worth protecting with your energy there. Pluto, transform. Yeah, this month of March is going to be transformational for you, Aries, whether it is, again, the end of being single or the end of being distraught or confused in some way. But your life is changing permanently by the end of this month, whether it's through the news of a child or just coming together with a partner and starting this new ambitious task here in the Ace of Flames. Okay. And Mars, yeah. More masculine fire energy, directing your will, move forward and defend self. So I definitely get that Mars is your ruler, Aries. So it's that masculine fire energy of direction, initiation, initiating change. Mars is also the ruler of Scorpio, and Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, and Scorpio has to do with our sexual organs, our sexual energy, and the 8th house of transformation and death. So, okay, that's a lot to digest. This is pretty heavy, but it's a very heavily magical reading. I get so much energy coming from both of you. There's a joint effort for sure. A merging of souls. Let's see what the archetype cards have for us. I might end up pulling 2 because the duality is so ripe in this reading. The 2 of Cups, the 2 of Swords, Pisces, 2 fish. There's 1. Really? Okay. The one on the surface, the mother. Okay. The number 1 card, another number 1, right? The child, mother and child, mother, father, child. Some of you are becoming mothers, or just becoming the mother of your project with this fertile energy here in the Ace of Flames. Looking over something that you've invested your energy into and watching it grow here in the 7 of Coins. Okay, the title of this card is The Great Mother, the Feminine, the Source. We begin our archetypal story with the mother's love. Through her central, fertile, and life-giving energy, all creation takes form. Regardless of our birth story, each of our hearts beat for the first time in the warm womb of the mother, where she offered resources from her body for the building of our own. Yet her tale is not so simple, as the mother, especially on the earthly plane, contains both light and dark aspects of the feminine. With the best of intentions, the mother wraps her loving arms around her creations and begins to grip what she meant to set free. The mother both nurtures and prohibits growth. She gives yet clings. She creates yet restricts. Amid this complex energy, the mother holds the key to the eternal challenge of love. When light, glowing, generative, creative, and nurturing. When dark, dim, exhausting, controlling, and limiting. Notice how the mother archetype is expressed in nature. This is perhaps the most balanced and benevolent form of the mother's grace. The mother is part of the trifecta maiden-mother crone because of the relationship between them. Take special note when these cards appear in a reading. Well, interesting. I'm part of the Triskele, right? We mentioned the 3 phases, right? And then take a look in the book here. We have the same symbol showing up. All right. Well, let's see what the other card has. So this is like the next phase of life, that you're stepping into. The self, the next phase of the self being reborn. There's a whole new identity being formulated here. So say you aren't in a partnership, you're not interested being in a partnership, all this merging then is going on internally. This union is within, and that's making you a more powerful manifester, a more powerful magician. And again, you're becoming the mother of your own creation. So 29. The soul, the witness, the watcher, the self is the prism that allows the spectrum of our personalities to radiate. It does not judge, prohibit, suppress, or oppress any of its parts, as it lovingly knows that all aspects have a time and a place and leads us to experience the full breadth of life's offerings. The self is the central abiding container, the awareness of the infinite universe of possibilities. When this card appears, it's a call to step back into the witness consciousness, to observe yourself navigating the world. Ask yourself, am I the stew or am I the chef? In most situations, our ego draws us into the cauldron where we swirl, spin, and smolder in chaos. Yet the self is a graceful culinary dancer, watching, waiting, observing as the spectrum of ingredients become the flavor of our life. Look in the mirror for 30 seconds or more. Attempt to see the you behind the you. When light, witnessing accepting new aspects of life. When dark, disjointed, fatigued, diffused energy and purpose. If this card is perplexing for you, then you're on the right track. It challenges us to expand our sense of identity beyond the little self, and the ego resists such movement. It's no surprise that two central mantras in the yoga tradition concern themselves with the self. Experiment with Soham, I am that I am, and Satnam, true identity. Okay. Let's move on to your Queen of the Moon card. Surrender, 26. Okay. The card's been coming up a lot. Underneath the deck, though, I also have Extremes, the Hot Moon, number 34. That seems very in line with this Ace of Flames and your very fiery nature, Aries. So those seem rather opposite, don't they? One is passive and one is active, but that's kind of the nature of it. You need both in order to create. All right, so surrender doesn't mean giving up, letting go of what you no longer need. Stop being so stubborn about holding on to aspects and behaviors that don't align with who you are now. Stop struggling. I let go. I surrender my struggle. I allow the universe to work through me. So that kind of is speaking of this Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords energy, letting go of this struggle, putting an end to the anxiety, the worry of what's going to happen. So that is all behind you. You're surrendering that to the universe in order to make space, in order to transform that into this beautiful new generative future that you have. Let's see what Extremes have to say. That's a full moon. I think it's in June, maybe? Yeah, June. Learn how to handle crises with calm and resilience. Seeking balance is superior to seeking extremes. There are better ways to handle conflict than rage and outrage. There may be someone who seeks to disrupt your business or life in some way. This too shall pass. Well, I'd say someone is disrupting your life, but I wouldn't say it's in a bad way. It may feel extreme and intrusive in the beginning because you have to make a huge life adjustment to make space for this person into your everyday life in the house 6 routine, that you're not used to. So it could feel rather like an extreme adjustment at first. Most of us have experienced extremes of weather, boiling hot days, or the freezing of snow and ice. You certainly know how you are alive because the sensation could be so overwhelming or stressful on the body. The hot moon appeared in the hottest time of the year where the days were longest and the rains less frequent. Similarly, we can experience extremes in life. Deaths, job losses, relationship breakdowns, true fears, big conflicts, booms and busts. And yet, this is life. Our situation can change quickly for better or for worse. The hot moon challenges us to build our resilience and reserves of wisdom and calm for those times where things are at their extreme. It reminds us that developing grace under pressure is worth its weight in gold and that even these extremes and times will pass. And the companion stone or metal is sunstone. Okay. So I would say this has to do with extreme changes, extreme transformations. So it may seem shocking at first, and you may not know how you're going to handle these shifts, monumental shifts in your life. But you can surrender the struggle to source, to higher self, to know that what you're going through is for a higher purpose. We have the fox. That just came out for Sagittarius, so maybe if you have placements in Sagittarius, check out that reading. It has to do with camouflage and blending in and being a protector of the family. And then we have the owl, wisdom, number 21. And then we have the badger, number 29. So this has to do with aggressiveness and aggressively going after what it is that you want. I definitely feel there's no shortage of that energy here in the Ace of Flames, but I'm going to read about the owl for you. All right. Owl, magic, omens, time and space. Does the earth truth emerge? Casting out deception, silent flight, sacred medicine bird. Title of this card is Deception. Owl medicine is symbolically associated with clairvoyance, astral projection, and magic, both black and white. Owl is called night eagle on several medicine wheels used by Amerindian teachings. Traditionally, owl sits in the east, the place of illumination. Since time immemorial, humanity has been afraid of the night, the dark, and the unseen, waiting fearfully for the first crack of morning light. Conversely, night is owl's friend. Owl hunts its prey at night. Not only can owl see in the dark, it can also accurately pinpoint and identify any sound. This gives it a great advantage when seeking food. Owls are the night hunters. Some native people are fearful of owl and call its feathers deceiver feathers. An owl feather is silent. You cannot hear owl when it flies, but its prey definitely knows when it strikes, for its beak and talons are razor sharp. Owl is oftentimes the medicine of sorcerers and witches. If owl is your medicine, you will be drawn to magical practices and perhaps explore the dark arts. I did mention sex magic. You should resist any temptation to practice black magic or any art that takes energy away from another person or being. Well, I don't get that sense here. You're combining energy with some equal force. If you have owl medicine, these night birds will have a tendency to collect around you even in the daytime because they recognize a kinship with you. Is it any wonder that in many cultures owl is a symbol for wisdom? This is because owl can see that which others cannot, which is the essence of true wisdom. Where others are deceived, owl sees and knows what is there. Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom, has a companion owl on her shoulder which revealed unseen truths to her. Owl had the ability to light up Athena's blind side, enabling her to speak the whole truth as opposed to only half a truth. If owl is your personal medicine, no one can deceive you about what they are doing, no matter how they try to disguise or hide it from you. You may be a little frightening to be around, since so many people have ulterior motives which you see right through. If you are unaware of your medicine power, you may take your keen insights and abilities for granted. Others never do. You may frighten them and reflect their blindness, for you cannot be fooled. Owl medicine people know more about an individual's inner life than that person knows about herself or himself. If you have pulled the owl card, you are being asked to use your powers of keen silent observation to intuit some life situation. Owl is befriending you and aiding you in seeing the total truth. Owl can bring you messages in the night through dreams or meditation. Pay attention to the signals and omens. The truth always brings further enlightenment. Okay, we're going to finish up here with some angel cards. This is the longest reading I've done so far this month, but I don't think any of it was without value. Hopefully you feel the same. We've got tenderness. Well, that's pretty apparent here, what's going on between you and yourself or you and another. There's a lot of, again, passion and compassion between you. All right, we have purpose. I feel like this creation, whatever it is you're working on with the Ace of Flames, whatever you're giving birth to as a mother, is your purpose. You're coming together with this individual. Could be, again, destiny or your life's mission, one of them. We have depth. Well, that's interesting that comes up. Still waters run deep. Again, I mentioned deep emotional attachment and involvement with this person, with Pisces showing up earlier. There's a deep inner knowing. And then we have intention. Okay, yeah, we did talk about focused will and intention a lot with the King of Swords here, with the Magician card showing up, and the Ace of Flames. So taking focused intention and directed action towards your goal, and you will achieve it. Okay, so you're definitely bringing something new into this world this month, Aries. I wish you the best, and take care of yourself, and we'll see you next month. Bye.